The first one is to consider removing the polygamous clause from civil marriage provisions. We know that historically in this country, customary marriages have been considered polygamous, and also Mohammedan marriages have been considered polygamous. This is something that we may not change today, but what we can change is to make sure that those that have been historically monogamous remain as monogamous, even as we push towards monogamous marriages. That a polygamous marriage should only be permitted where there is consent from the previous wives, proof of one's ability to cater for more than one spouse, and also the provision of separate residences for each wife. This is what we are calling for. Furthermore, we want this honorable committee to actually cross-check the definition of polygamy and align it to ensure that if men are allowed to marry more than one spouse, even women are equally allowed the same rights.
That improvement does not mean a total change, but you improve from the foundations of your society. By the look of things, these proposals seem to achieve an overhaul of the foundations of our society. For example, if you look at our African society, like in Uganda here, she has ably said it that most of our families are patrilineal, and when it comes to marriage, the man carries gifts to the lady's family. But if you go in some society like in India, it is the women who pay this bride price. And therefore, the children carry the identity of the woman. And the woman is the head of the family. Whereas here the construction is the other way around. Because from the beginning, we initiate the marriage, we host the marriage, and we pay the gifts. Our cultural construction is that the children carry the identity of the man. So where you say that, do you want to say that we should have a choice of whose identity the children take, that it is now a choice? You agree. Either the identity is of the man or of the woman. That's why I'm saying the law should not seek to bring confusion. Have we taken into consideration the foundations of our society?
But like my colleague has said, this bill has been shelved many times because of the many demands that we make and men are not agreeable with. Like he has said, there's no we can bring in and say, let the women also have many husbands like the men do. It is culture that you marry one man and that is it. It is constructed by culture. Carrying the name of a woman, it is impossible. So for us to penetrate and have this law passed, there are things we have to agree and drop as women for us to be successful. Otherwise, we are going to make these colleagues of ours mad. They will think we are coming to grab their things and whatever.
In your introduction, you alluded to the fact that this is more or less a women's liberation bill. This is the women are looking at this bill as an opportunity to liberate themselves, to start breathing. So other than looking at it as a women's liberation bill, as an opportunity for the women to incrementally liberate themselves, do we really require this law other than looking at it from that perspective? Because we have a problem. If that's the perspective, then we are going to have men also going to a cocoon to see how they can also either maintain the status quo or even liberate themselves, because there is a feeling that women have already made big gains in as far as their status is concerned in a marriage. So the question is, do we really need this law? In my view, I'm tending to think that we may not need it, because I don't see any problem. Is there a gap? People are marrying every day.